Watch out flip. Watch out whip. I'm in the whip. I'm in the rest. I never switch. Ice in the wrist. I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd and 7, Allen. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Crouch. 5. 56, Mike, 56. You don't know no better. Go.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Here's Breida. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43. Now Allen. Man open, it's Goodwin. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Jet 1st down.
56, right there, 56. Crunch time, defense.
They run with Breida. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Blue draw quarter. Safe. Jack. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Like 56. Half 85.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Switch gears. Check. He's crashing. He's checking crash.
On second down, a run with Breida. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Here we go. 56.
Now on 3rd and 2, they're going to elect to throw with Allen. And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Marquise Goodwin there to make the grab. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Prater for the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson looking deep for Julio. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try and wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. On the handoff, this is Breida. A big run there, 29 yards and a first.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From midfield, here's Allen. He's got Lacoste, his tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they'll have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To the air, Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. We don't want this. Middle. 56. We got 56.
Allen now to throw on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They run. This is Cohen. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Jackson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt that in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
1st down, a run with Cohen. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. On 2nd and 7, Jackson. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. Even with the good move he showed, he'll be brought down short of the 15. 4 yards on the pickup, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot depended on the spot there, and he got it, but it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and it converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do?
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Marquise Goodwin, 77 yards. And the Jets have taken the lead. Extra point good by Prater. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
53, Mike, I got you. 53 to Mike, 53, check 53.
Hey, watch the slant.
Jackson on first down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
Certainly looked like maybe his third or his fourth read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Here I come. Check.
Second and 10. Here's Jackson again. Got his man. That's the Pro Bowler Julio Jones. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Dolphin first down.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
53, come on, dude. Mike, 53, Mike.
Throwing on second and 8. Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
And got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Pick it up.
Check. 53 is Mike. Check. 53 is Mike. Hush him.
53 is the Mike.
Let's go. Bravo.
53, Mike.
Watch the curl.
Tighten up.
Bravo.
Jackson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Rip left. 53 is the Mike.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Now he'll let it go deep left side. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position.
Mike's 50. Round 80. Mike's 56. Alert.
Check.
Smooth.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Allen hit. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. He's at the 40. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect
No
him.
one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit and not go down and fumble the ball.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up second down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Out to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
Check 9, check 9.
On first down, it's Cohen, and they'll get him down right around the 16. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up at halftime, it's the season debut of the coach, Jonathan Coachman, in Orlando, as we look ahead to all the action coming up this opening weekend. And of course, we'll also take a look back at this first half. From the 16, Jackson. This will be caught just inside the 10. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Cohen, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Tariq Cohen, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Zerline connects on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Check 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Allen will try again on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. Mecole Hardman, the intended target. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get in the field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
First down, Miami.
Here we go. Watch the slam. Shoot. Watch the safety creep. 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover. Jet, 53, jet.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And the pressure gets to him again. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 29, Jackson, complete to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. They'll run on first down. Cohen. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
53. He's coming. We got double up.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Under 10. 10.
Jackson now. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. A Miami first down. That one going for a gain of 11. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 31-yard line.
53. Mike. Hey, watch this play.
Now it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 20-yard line. Jackson now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%. And it's 1st and 10. On the draw, this is Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 22-yard line.
53. Check 53. Tackle. Let's go. Hey, we got
On 2nd and 12, Jackson. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to regain the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give them 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
First down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
middle. Check. Fresno.
This is Breida. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Single receiver.
Jet bomber.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Kill.
At the 44-yard line.
Hey, echo.
And now they'll throw with Allen. Open man is Ross, complete.
Let's go, baby.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 30-yard line. Now it's Breida. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
To throw on 2nd and 6, Allen.
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution has been very poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble. Winning football? We're not seeing it right now.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Ready. Let's get this.
Here's a handoff to Cohen running right. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the flat. Motion. Over. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Throwing is Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Guys, it's game situation. Let's go. Mike's 56. Mike's 56.
Hey, hold on. Let's go, D. Let's go. 56.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
You see me? Brother. Stop me out here.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
All day. Go.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Deep ball for Goodwin. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the
from the 27. Jackson. Dancing to his left. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
4 yards on the pickup.
Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
At the 36-yard line.
Let's go. 53's Mike. Anyway, 53's Mike. Coming. Zip this. Why? Shut up.
Again, it's Cohen. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now third down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that will be incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Check 53. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. Here we go.
On fourth down, Jackson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Sub. 56, Mike, 56. Check. Middle. Undercrunch.
Now a give to Breida. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Allen. He's got his big tight end, Fant. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll go down at the 28. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Once again, they run with Breida on 1st down. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, when you're leading in the fourth quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Mike 56. Quarterback, don't get nervous now.
Now a give running left is Breida. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Your turn is huge.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Allen. They'll set up a screen for Breida. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal. Allen to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Deontay Thompson. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cohen. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Defense wins championships, baby. Let's go.
On 3rd down, it's Cohen. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I,